show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jury code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jury code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of a distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. crash, 100 yard dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set up, 50, plant. 55.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ready.
48's the mark. Check. 48's the mark.
Hard.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, D.
On 1st down, Dalvin. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the motion. Watch the motion. Hey, check 24.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Got him in, it's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a throw left sideline. Here's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 15-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's what I do. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Ran, done. 54. Switch up.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6 as the Ravens push further out in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, man.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch the screen.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Back at the 23-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Wow, hey, alert. Twist. Hey, watch it.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Hey, alert. Mike 42. Hey, Delta. You can't block me.
They go play action with Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Hey, wahoo! We own them. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Stop your whining. Check nickel.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and that will get them one closer. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jesse Bates. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. They'll drop the throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Look at me. Go. Get it.
The second and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Got to do better. Look, squeeze. Check out.
They're going to look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. With it is Brown. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands to get going. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Trubisky now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10.
Alert!
Trubisky will throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
To get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. On three. Motion.
Now it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the run. Kill. Ran, tough. Kill.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and there's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Got a man open. It's Ross. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there.
Alert. Can you get the ball right here? Let's go. Check your hot read.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
It's a party now. Joker.
Now Trubisky. He's good.